Nice different.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone or choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. Tonight we're going to be talking about NXT. What an NXT it was. Very impressive NXT. The entire roster up and down. Kind of shined out tonight. I mean, there were some exceptions, which we will get into. Night kicked off with a little vignette of what happened last week between Dragunov and Braun Breaker. And, of course, we saw the Judgment Day, what happened last week. Carmelo Hayes coming out. Trick Williams coming out, and they're going to cut their usual promo. Pretty typical promo from them. And then Dragunov would pretty much interrupt, and this is where I'm going to let Travis come in, and I'm going to let him interrupt. This was the opening part of NXT. By the way, welcome to Wrestling with Savage. Travis, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. You're good?
I'm great. Good. I'm great. Dragunov. I'm not as great as Dragunov. Look at Dragunov. See? Let me see. Look. Do you see the suit? Do you respect the suit game?
I do. I think honestly this might have been the part of Dragunov that I felt like was missing. I was waiting for that moment where, okay, enough with the flamboyant outfits. I want to see you just come out in a suit, tie. Honestly, I'm gonna get flack here probably, but you know what? I think he looks better in a suit and tie than Cody Rhodes does.
Hey, man, whatever. I'm not going to knock you for that. That sounds great to me. It was good stuff, though. I love this. It really sets a good tone for the matchup that's coming up. It is a big match. This is a big deal. This is the time for Dragunov to take control of the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. And there's only one way to do it. You got to go through Carmelo Hayes. You got to go through Trick Williams. He's by himself. He doesn't have help. Carmelo does have an X factor. He does have an advantage. Now, if we can eliminate Trick Williams out of the scenario here, Carmelo, in my mind, stands no chance. Toe-to-toe against a Dragunov, not going down. I'm picking Dragunov to win this matchup. I mean, I don't know if you agree with me.
I think this goes one of two ways. Either Dragunov wins, he's your NXT champion, or Melo wins and Dragunov gets called up to the main roster so that he can become part of Imperium.
Not a bad call, but I think he needs to finish his story. You know what I mean? I feel like this is a Cody Rhodes kind of situation where he wants to finish his story. He's making this personal. He's telling everybody he is the most intense guy in NXT. He's not saying WWE. He's saying NXT. He's proclaiming that he is the man there. That's why I see it happening for him. I really do.
I think you're right.
We got Jay in the house, or at least Jay's kitchen. Always beautiful flowers in the kitchen. Gotta say, love the flowers. Jay's got his special drink, his MJ. That's MJ's secret sauce. He will never tell us what's in it. Probably better we don't.
Is
know.
MJ his wife or?
No. Didn't you ever watch Space Jam?
Long time ago. The one with Michael Jordan.
Don't you remember MJ's secret stuff?
Oh, God, now, yeah. Okay, took me a minute.
Come on, man. Don't piss me off with the Space Jam reference. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you say that I don't get. You're right, fine. But, Space Jam, pretty big.
Oh, no, now that you said it, it's coming to me.
Now it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
And it was nothing. It was just water.
Mm-hmm.
It's just water. All they needed to hear that, they could do it. Sometimes people just need to hear the right words.
Yep.
And that's as far as it should go. You can't help everybody, and you can't save everyone, Travis. I want you and I want everyone in the Savage Kingdom to know that. From now on, once in a while, I'm going to just start dropping some knowledge Because some of the people that watch my show, they're very young and they're very, not experienced with life yet. They haven't been out there yet to deal with all the different things that life is going to throw at you. It's the same thing in professional
Rule number
wrestling.
1 of life.
Oh, he's giving a rule now.
Don't
wait, this isn't Wrestling with Travis. I don't need your rules. This is Savage's rules. Go ahead. For shits and giggles, I want to hear Travis's number
Other
one
than
rule.
there's only a handful of people you can in life. But for the most part, do not take shit from people who have not earned that right. Unless a person has earned the right to give you here's what you need to do and stuff. Ignore them.
Oh my God, it's about to get very real in here.
It's about to get very R-rated in here.
They will need to connect their microphone before you can add them to the stream. Let's see if Marty can figure that out and get his mic connected. But in the meantime, Jay, welcome to Wrestling with Savage. How you doing? Doing good, Jay? You're okay? Did you want to have anything to say on this comment right here on the?
Seems every time I have my juice, I see wrestling more clearly than ever, and it gets horrible by the day. How you doing, Benjamin? How you doing, Johannes? Dijak, how you doing? Dave Messler, what's up? I'm here to cover NXT. What I thought about this, I'm going to tell you what I thought about this, Savage and Travis. I'm going to say this right now. Everybody's going to call me crazy. This guy, Ilya Dragunov, will not hold a major championship in WWE. No World Heavyweight Championship, no undisputed WWE Championship. Want to hold the IC is fine. Want to hold the US is fine. But I will give him credit tonight. He has done something that every NXT UK star has done tonight and failed miserably. He actually cut a strong promo, guys. I was surprised. I understood it. There was no hesitation. He looked more calmly instead of screaming like an idiot, like he's some kind of Excalibur. I mean, this was pretty good. The suit, nice touch. Finally, you're dressing up for the occasion to be a champion. I like this. Melo continues to get stronger as a babyface. This was really good to start.
Real quick, can you guys hear this ringing right here?
Fuck, what's up, baby? Jay. Jay,
I don't know. He might answer, he might not. I don't know. I gave him the link.
Marty, if you don't answer us, you're getting Dijak down, please. Pick up the phone. Listen, up.
We're going to leave Marty alone right now. He has the link. He might have to come through his laptop.
You got
to do is press a button.
I don't know that I agree with you that he'll never hold a major title. I think it'll take a long time for
him. Hold on.
Who
said what? Who won't hold a major title?
Jay. Jay said that Ilya will never hold a major title in WWE.
That's because Jay doesn't know the difference between talent and shit. They all look the same to him.
Fine. The US is fine. Hold it.
Come on, man.
Never.
The guy's a world champion, man. He's a world champion. He's a Bruno Sammartino. He is a titan walking amongst men.
Just remember, Shawn Michaels is not creative in Raw and SmackDown. Remember that.
Shawn Michaels. Listen, Shawn Michaels has less talent than Dragunov, okay?
This is the Shawn Michaels show. He doesn't run Raw and SmackDown.
I'll say that.
Remember that, folks, when he's trying to hold the World Championship. But I will say this. He cut one hell of a promo. I understood it. It was clear.
Of course you understood it. It was a great
nobody's done tonight, and we'll get through it.
It was a great promo. It was a really, really good promo.
Strong. I don't know.
Strong promo. Got us all excited for the match. Now we see a little thing with Wesley and Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali is basically telling him he doesn't want to fight Dom at Great American Bash. He'd rather fight Wesley because Dom is dirty. Wesley gets disrespected. But, I guess we'll find out why. We get a little shot here of Tony D getting out of prison, getting picked up by his boy Stax, who came through in the end, and they're back together, the Tony D family. And now we're going to go into this matchup right here. We're going to get back to Tony D, where we're going to hear what everybody has to say about Tony D. But how about this match, Jay? I thought this was match of the night. I thought this stole the show. These guys are great performers. There was a couple of mistakes. I know you're holding your stupid head because of these two mistakes that happened. But amongst the two mistakes, everything else they did was like incredibly perfect, looked good, looked strong, looked intense. And yeah, you know what? Yeah, maybe they had some mistakes, but maybe if they had some damn reps on TV, they wouldn't be making mistakes. These guys were on Raw. Kiss Cam was going live. They didn't know what to do with them. They were misused, abused, and now you're going to sit here and judge them because they made a mistake on their first big match on NXT, and it wasn't even that big of a mistake because at the end of the day, they still finished strong. They managed to impress me, and they managed to maybe turn the tide for the entire tag team division tonight. Even Booker T went out of his seat to say Jesus Christ during this match. I've never heard Jesus Christ's name on NXT before, but I heard it tonight, and that's because of Los Lotharios. Go ahead, Jay.
Look, let's face it. Probably every Slammiversary match was better than this piece of shit tag team match. I'll say that. But tell me, Dijak, I don't understand. I really don't understand. You bring these guys back down. You try to set them up as some sort of threat to the tag team division, which I think, and Travis could agree, we all need in NXT. And all of a sudden, you tease this kind of break between the guys, which makes absolutely no sense to me when you were booking them strong the last 2 weeks against the Skeleton and this and that.
Yo, Jay,
I
gotta interrupt you, Jay. Shut the hell up, Jay. Marty, are you there, brother?
Hey,
Yeah, but you know what sucks?
drinking beers. What do you think we're doing?
What sucks?
Well, besides my neighbor girl, and she's not that bad at it. But man, I'm doing every damn thing in the world. You know the link you sent me.
Yeah, what happened with the link, Marty? I'd love to know what happened with the link.
My phone and the damn laptop from 1944. It won't turn on the camera and fucking excuse my language. Camera and you know camera and mic.
Why not? Did you try from the phone or did you try from the laptop?
It didn't tell me that. What it said was you're blocked until you change the settings. I went to settings and unblocked it, and it still won't let me.
Come on, man.
Well, I don't know what to do, bro. I mean, yeah, I don't mind.
Well, it's okay. It's not.
I'm not going to work out to do it.
It's not a big deal because for now you are on the show. Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We just got your audio, which is totally fine. You know, we'll eventually get the video fixed out when we do the actual podcast.
So that's so you are getting audio.
Oh yeah, I hear you right now, crystal clear. We're talking on the phone.
I saw you little ass say, well, if Marty can figure out how to do it, you asshole.
That's right. If Marty can figure out how to do it.
I could see you and Brother Man, and hear y'all, but I couldn't excuse my language, I couldn't tune in.
No, you can say the F word. You're allowed that. I've said the F word many of times on my show.
I got some girls that are Christian.
All right, so I got Travis here. He's on my show. I got Jay here, and Jay's one of my closest friends. I've known him for about how many years, Jay? 25?
It goes like 20 to 30, Marty, real quick. I don't know. It's like
maybe like 25 years now I've known Jay, and we've been watching wrestling.
I couldn't hear him. Did he answer, or did you make that up?
No, you can't hear him because he's on the show, and you're on the phone. But I can tell you what he says. Jay, do you have a question for Marty?
Marty,
can he hear me? Can they hear
Marty,
me?
Yeah, they can hear you. They can hear you.
Marty, all I want to say is God bless, brother.
Yes,
welcome to
everybody
the
can
show.
hear you.
You have a lot of
Let me
fans.
tell y'all, man, the next door neighbor girl, she's fine as hell, but she's crazy.
She's crazy?
Well, you tell me. You know the way you can always tell a cesarean baby because they leave the house through the side window, and the reason she does is because me and her, we've been partying. She's right next door. I'm looking at her bedroom light is open. On, and when she opens the curtains a little bit, it's like let's go play, or come on out and shit. But she was living there by herself. This is nothing about wrestling, is it? But she was living there. It was her place, and her mom just and we partied a few times. You know about Big Frida, right?
I think so. Yeah. You've mentioned Big Frida.
Yeah, Big Frida was the one that I thought was a girl, and then when I got in the back room, found out Frida had what I had.
Oh wow, that's never good. That's
remember the Aerosmith song? Dude looks like a lady. Yeah,
dude was a lady. Marty, did you by chance watch NXT tonight?
You know, I missed it. You know who Scott Steiner's friend is? His son.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Braun Breaker. Yeah. Braun Breaker wasn't there tonight, but they showed a clip of him having beef with somebody there. He has like a good storyline going on right now. They're doing really good things with Braun Breaker.
Hey, thank you for saving me where I was going.
Yeah, I have to sometimes, but let's get to Jay's question. I think Jay has one question for you. Jay, do you have a question?
Got, Jay? What's up, brother?
Hey, Marty, what's up, brother? Just drinking here, chilling like a villain. That's what I do.
Hold on, Jay, what's the question? Marty can't hear you. I have to tell him your question,
man.
Jay.
Well, you can tell him all that.
Yeah, this is weird. We had a relay.
Yeah, hurry up, Jay. What's your
All right.
damn question?
Marty, you had a lot of great matches. You had a lot of tag matches. What's your favorite match?
All right, he wants to know what your favorite tag match of all time is, and we know you've been in many.
Yeah, more than many. But the 1991 Royal Rumble against the Orient Express. And there's, like you said, there's been a ton. But that one, and besides Pat Tanaka being my boy, and Paul Diamond too, before he started having sex with Paul Diamond's, Tatanka's, I can't tell all this on TV.
Tatanka was a good dude.
I didn't say nothing. Well, you know what was crazy about that? I'm good friends even now with both of them, and I was riding with Paul Diamond at the time, which he went as Kato. Sato was the original Orient Express, and he was Japanese.
He was Japanese.
Yeah, he went back to Japanese. He went back to Japan or whatever happened, and they had to keep the Orient Express going. They had to put somebody there, so they got Paul Diamond, who's a white boy. They put a mask on him and called him Kato.
They called him Kato?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. That's okay though.
Yeah.
Got to make money, man. Right? Listen, business carries on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing was that Paul Diamond and Pat were a great tag team in AWA days and before as a Bad Company. I mean, they're like probably the best tag team I've ever worked with, and so they knew when Sato, when they had to do two Oriental guys for the Orient Express, but when Sato, once they started getting it over, Sato had to go, so they had to fill the spot.
Listen.
So they took Paul Diamond because Paul and Pat had been a great. They were always known as they were known like, oh, these guys are good as a tag team. So they threw a mask on him and called him Kato.
That's fucking hilarious, man. What's the craziest shit you've ever seen in the locker room, man, that had nothing to do with you? Maybe like other people that were going at it, or just some crazy shit that you haven't maybe remembered in a while. Something that you could share that you won't get in. You don't want to have any beef. We don't need you getting in another match this year, do we?
Well, the first time Sean and I, when we first went to WWF at the time, nervous shit. I mean, we just got, we called up and like, all right, come on, man. And we're like, yes, big time. But we come in the back door of the arena, and Big John Studd walks by. He was 6'9", about 300 pounds.
Jesus.
I mean, keep in mind, Sean and I are like 5'11" and 6'1", about 230 pounds each. And Big John Studd walks by, 6'9", about 300 pounds. He walks by. Big
boy.
Yeah, and then King Kong Bundy, if you remember him.
Of course.
He was 6'4" not as tall, but it was 6'4" wide too. He was like 400 pounds, and he walked by. And then we saw one business even walking in the back door, to the arena, for our first fucking night. Our first night, and then here comes the one man gang, which later came Akeem of the Twin Towers, if you remember. where he did the African Dream thing. But he was 6'7" at 300 pounds. And then there was Hulk Hogan. He was like at the time 6'6", about 300 muscled up.
Didn't they used to bill Hogan as like 6'8"?
I never took a tape measure to him. But, so he was real tall, and they'll always say, when they build you up, they'll say more than what you are, and they said 6'6", so he wasn't 6'4", because Kurt Hennig was 6'3", and he was way taller than Kurt, and we knew Kurt real well. So I'm saying about 6'6". And built, and oh my God, like 280 pounds, just solid. Now, so me and Sean walk in, and this is our first day, right, with WWE, our big ass break. I mean, this is like heaven. We walk in, all these guys walk by. And if I be the first ones we see, I looked at Sean and say, hey, bro, let's just go back to AWA. We don't belong here, bro. And Sean grabbed me like, no, let's give it a chance. Let's give it a try. And then so it was TV taping, and we went, all the dressing rooms are full, so we had to dress out in the hallway. And you probably have experienced that before. Because you worked for a while, right?
I'm sorry, Marty. What'd you say? Jay was asking me a question over here. He's trying to distract me. I was trying to see. Do you want me to maybe see if we can get your face on here, man? You want to try to go from your laptop?
We can do whatever you want to do as long as it ain't. I mean, I'm just not into guys. So long
yeah, that's fine. No, dog, you don't got to worry about that, man. I'm happily married. But what you can do is go to your laptop right now, and you're going to go to your email, click on that link I sent you, and see if you can join and turn on your camera.
He can do it. He can do it.
The Yahoo or AOL?
The MJ in the house.
Marty.
And you can sing. You can sing the trap.
All right, I'll go do that now.
I believe.
All right, real quick before you go, Travis has one question. He wants to know, who did you look up to? Who would you go to with advice when you were young?
Jake the Snake.
Okay, Jake the Snake Roberts. All right, Marty, try to go to that laptop.
Roddy Piper.
I was gonna have you stay on the phone so I could walk. Help you.
Hold on now. I gotta sit up. Oh shit.
Oh, be all right, Marty. It's gonna be
Marty,
all right.
we will guide you the way to turn on the laptop and the camera.
That was all comfortable. I'm leaning back.
Oh, he was comfortable. He was.
Watching your brain.
Oh man, we're sorry. Stay comfortable. Stay comfortable.
He said stay comfortable. Jay said stay comfortable.
Stay comfortable.
I agree with Jay. You should just stay comfortable. Eventually, I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to set up your camera. I'm going to set up your mic.
You have to set up everything, and I'll set you up. Well, you're married, never mind.
No. Listen, I want to stay married. So, yeah, you have to behave, Marty.
I know you do.
You have to behave, too. Well, you don't have to behave personally. You just have to behave towards me, if that makes sense. Anyway, Marty, it'll be all right. If you ever get out of hand, I'm just going to clothesline you. You'll wake up the next day. You won't remember a fucking thing. It'll be great.
Hey, stay on the line. Let us talk about NXT.
Listen, I could have beat up the Iron Sheik in his
Stay with
prime.
us, Marty.
You know, one time, I don't know if I ever told you this, and I'm working on it while I'm talking to you. Oh, shit, I think I just lost everything. Oh, now I'm on the laptop. Do people still have laptops? Am I the last one?
Nah, people still have laptops. A lot of people have laptops. Jay's got a laptop. I got a laptop. My wife broke my laptop. She took a hammer to my laptop because I was playing video games too long, and she got very upset when I wasn't here. She went in my room, and she banged it with a hammer. And I know this because I left my house, and my very expensive $3,000 laptop was very nice and very new. And then when I came home, it wasn't very nice or very new anymore. It had a fucking dent in it.
$3,000 laptop. Did it come with a young lady?
Yes, it did. In the laptop, you can see many young ladies. It's called porn. You should try it.
No, don't think I have it.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Maybe you didn't know about porn. because you don't need it. You're a walking
No,
porn
but
fucking
but
movie.
You know what? I do have this girl, that the lady girl, whatever. She's, I don't know.
Every conversation we've ever had in the last year starts off with me and this girl. I had this girl. I have this girl.
Well, yeah, and I can't say her name, so I'm not gonna say Winnie. But
Oh God.
She is one of my favorite girlfriends.
All time?
And
Wait, I thought your favorite was Holly Berry.
yeah, but she's not my girlfriend. I said my favorite girlfriend.
Oh, so Holly wasn't serious.
You know, I didn't get to ask David Justice if she was fucking him. Oh my God, never. I gotta be quiet.
Yeah, you're gonna get everybody in trouble here tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna get me fired, and I ain't even got a job.
Well, we were talking about NXT, and I know you don't watch a little NXT.
I'm sorry, but I'm trying to look up the thing you sent.
No, that's fine. You're good. You're good. I'm just gonna real quick just let Jay give his piece real quick while you're trying to fix that. He already told us what he thought. Jay, did you tell us what you thought about this match right here between Los Lotharios?
Yes,
and of course,
yes, I
you did. I totally forgot.
Are y'all doing watch along?
No, we don't do no watch along.
Oh.
We talk about it after the show.
Well, how the fuck do you remember?
Well, I have slideshow of everything that happened.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. I used to actually write notes and shit, but I much prefer this.
They do 3,000
Almost.
spots a damn fucking match.
Yeah, no. I used to write fucking paragraphs of this shit, but ever since the evolution of the show, I said, listen, I don't need to read. All I need to see is a picture, and it activates my memory.
Oh yeah, that's the same with me and girls.
Ah, yes. When you see the picture of the girl, Jay, you have another question.
Okay.
Marty, you're such a legend.
He said, Marty, you're such a legend.
I want to know.
He wants to know
I
how.
want to know how was your run in AWA and how historic.
How was your run in AWA? And repeat yourself, Jay. In AWA.
And what was some of your best matches you had with Sean over there against?
He wants to know what your best run in AWA was, and what was like your favorite match from AWA. Jay's a more wrestling historian. Like he loves this shit. He might even be a bigger nerd than me.
Two-time AWA champion Shawn Michaels.
Our favorite run was with Buddy Rose and Doug Summers, and we worked with them for so long. We were just getting started. It was our first year, first year and a half in the business. And you're still learning, or you should be. And we learned so much from them, man. They were veterans. They didn't look like athletes. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so ashamed I said that. But they were the typical 1970s.
They were wrestlers, though. They were wrestlers.
Yeah, they were big, burly, drink a six-pack and smoke a cigar and fuck around.
So basically old school 70s wrestlers.
I mean, that's what they come off as, but
Okay.
they were 80s. And, they didn't look like somebody that we should be listening to all the time. But we didn't care because we were learning. We were learning from them. We learned so much. Then we had that bloodbath match. I think it's kind of a famous match where all of us, let me tell you this too, all of us got all bloodied up, and so Buddy Rose was the fourth one, of the four, tag team. He ain't got bloodied up yet. And there's certain things you do to get bloodied up. And I ain't gonna tell that here, but he just was scared to do it, so he was telling me because I was bleeding like a mofo. I had blood just going. He goes, bite me. And I'm like, for what? It right here don't fit. What do you mean? Bite me. So the blood will drip off on me. He wanted the blood off my face on him, so it would look like he got busted open too.
He was trying to steal your blood, Marty. Unbelievable.
Hey man, but you know, it all worked out, and it was just that kind of put us on the map, man. That's after that match is when WWF at the time called us and said, "Hey, yeah, get over here."
Get your ass over there. And let me ask you this: who ribbed you the best in the history of your career? Who fucked with you harder, or just did something, a prank, just something that they got you really fucking good, man?
I would go with Owen Hart. And God rest his soul. We were such good friends, and I mean, Davey Boy did a few times. You know, what was it? British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. He got me a few times, but when I got him back, so we went back and forth so many times, and then finally, as it got more serious. And I got more serious. They came to me and like, okay, truce. Like, we'll rib the rest of the guys. Let's don't rib each other no more. Because it was getting us in trouble with the office, with WWF, because we missed one morning. I was roomed with Owen, and we got up late because I love Owen. Let me put that out there. One of the only 4 guys I know that did not mess around on the road. I got high respect for that. I was single, so I was with all the ladies on the road.
Oh, you were a wild man.
Well, on normal.
A normal wild man. All right, so quick question from Jay over here. He wants to know: were there any moments or angles they pitched to you, Marty?
That's Travis.
Oh, sorry, Travis. This is from Travis. I'm sorry, Jay. All right, I'm trying to keep up over here with everything that's going on.
Hi, everybody in the chat. Asking questions to Marty.
Well, when I do my shows on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, I send the link to a few of my friends, and whoever wants to join, joins. Sometimes one joins, sometimes 3 join, sometimes nobody joins. Travis is usually here.
I'm trying to join now, but nothing has happened.
Are you on the laptop right now? Did you click that link?
Yeah, but I can't get on my. You send it to Yahoo or AOL?
The MJ in the house. I think it's Yahoo.
Yeah, I mean,
I will confirm with you right now, though. But Travis had that question. He wants to know: were there any moments or angles that they pitched to you that you just flat out said, "I'm not doing that"?
Oh yeah, only one time. And Terry Reynolds. Oh boy, I can't tell this one.
Can't tell
oh yeah, I can, but
it's MJ. Yeah, it's your Yahoo email, by the way. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the shit this stupid damn.
It's all right. When I'm gonna get to Columbus, Georgia over there. I'm gonna take care of all that stuff.
I'll buy you a flight if you do.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
I was supposed to go to Alaska.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering what was going on with that. I was jealous because Alaska's beautiful.
Yeah, it's more than that.
How many times have you been to Alaska?
Probably not that many. Probably more than a dozen.
Oh, yeah. And let me ask you this, man. How many times have you been in an airplane in your life? 50,000? 60,000?
More than the pilots and stewardesses.
Marty's flying, styling, profiling.
They go 4 days and get a couple of days off. Back in the day, we went 30 days in a row, 40 days. One time we was flying and the plane was making a weird ass noise, and one of the Hebners, which are the Hebner twins, the referees, one of them heard a weird ass noise, and he called the steward and said, something ain't right. And the steward said, but why you say that? And then he said, you hear that sound? We don't never hear that. It ended up we had to make an emergency landing, and it was some of the gear underneath the plane had screwed up. But it took one of the wrestlers to tell the fucking crew.
The wrestlers, they know what's up. That's why.
Yeah, well, I mean, we flew every damn day. And they only flew 5 times a week, and then they got a day or two off. 3 days
Speaking
off.
of Earl Hebner, have you seen his daughter?
Don't do that.
No, she's a wrestler and a referee. I didn't know that. I just found that out tonight. I had no idea he even had a daughter that was wrestling.
I didn't either. Is she the one on TV for him?
I don't think she's on TV yet. I think she graduated from the Nightmare Academy. with Dustin
Is that
Rhodes.
Danny Davis?
You know Mr. Gold. You know Mr. Goldust.
More than you think.
Oh God! How many times have you been on the road with Goldust?
No, not like that. I mean, me and him were like best friends for, when he was doing the whole Goldust thing. I'm the one that had to get it over, and he came to me. We were boys, and he came to me and he goes, "Man, I don't know what the fuck they want with this gimmick. What the fuck? I painted in gold. They got sparkly shit falling from the roof on me. What the fuck am I? You got to help me." And I was like, "Bro, I think he wants you at game." That's pretty much what it was.
Yo, can I ask you what was the general reaction like in the locker room when they were watching all this unfold with that like Goldust character coming to life?
Nothing, because I mean everybody like Dustin's such a lovable guy, man.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. He was like a guy I thought should have been world champion multiple times.
I don't know about that part, but
really,
he's pretty. I mean, if you just want to ride the name, Rhodes. Yeah, maybe.
No, not even the names. Like he was gifted. He had abilities. I thought he was a talented wrestler.
He was very good. Except when he was doing Goldust. I used to call him Dustin. I used to call him Goldustin.
Goldustin.
Yeah, and oh my God, bro. There was times where I would sunset flip him. And I don't know how he did it. His back of his head would end up busting me right in the face out of a bloody nose. Like, how do you fuck up a sunset flip? God damn.
Well, he was taller than you a little bit, right?
A lot. He's like 6'4".
Yeah, he's a big dude too, man. His head was coming snapping over.
And you know what else? And then this probably should be censored, but he and I, this is according to him, all right, because I was never a pecker checker in the shower, but I guess he used to check, see who had the biggest, and he told me, God damn, man, you and I are the biggest ones, and I'm like, why do you know that, man? Stop. And we did have a lot of girls, together, because we roomed together. One time he called Terry. Oh no, I can't tell that story. Never mind.
Yeah, don't. We don't want to get anybody in trouble. They're all happy now.
No, and Terry's a sweetheart. I like her.
Terry is a sweetheart. Yes, she is.
Yes, but so anyway, where I was going with that was he used to tell everybody, and then one day I'm in the shower and I see him coming in. We used to, and you know this because you're a worker, or you was a worker, and. When you're in the showers, you ain't looking at everybody's dick. You're just trying to hurry up, get showered, and get dressed, and get the hell out, so you can go look at women, or if you want to see guys. But you ain't looking. It's respect, you don't peek at everybody's dick. So fucking Virgil was the worst. Virgil, remember Virgil, bodyguard for Ted DiBiase?
Yes, I remember Virgil. Why? What are you about to tell me about Virgil?
Virgil had one that hung down by his knee. and so when you'd be in the shower and you saw him in there before you got in there, you would, how the arena showers is like a bunch of showers.
All right. I mean, I don't know how we are on the conversation of Virgil's cock, but here we are, wrestling with Savage. We're talking about your humongous dick, Virgil.
And when Virgil was in there before you were, you'd always try to get the shower furthest away because he knew.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but here's what he would do. He would like go stand next to you, act all innocent, and cleaning it up and washing the shower, and he would swing around real fast in the shower like he's cleaning his backside, and his dingling was swinging, hit you in the thigh or on the side of your hip, and nobody wants a dick hitting them in the fucking thigh or down in the body, and so you're like, God damn, Virgil, shit.
Jesus Christ, poor Virgil.
He'd just be sitting there giggling. But the funny thing about it was, oh my God, I know I'm gonna get me in trouble, probably you too. Me and him are very good friends. And, I hooked him up with one of my girls one time, and it was in Milwaukee. I remember it like it was yesterday because he had all that, that long, snakes used to look at him and run. And so he's I set up one of my girls, white girl, he was a brother. He said the white girl, she's over in the bed. I'm like, I got to see this because goddamn, virtual. But it got hard and it shrunk up. It went from 17 to like 12. still huge, but I mean, I was like, I've never seen a dude get.
Yo, Marty, what the fuck are you talking about right now, man? You're killing me right now with this shit. We spent like 4 minutes talking about. I bet you didn't wake up this morning thinking, "Hey, I'm going to be talking about Virgil's cock for 4.5 minutes tonight."
Yeah, it's true though, man. And she didn't. Oh my God, this is horrible. I don't know how to say this, but she, I don't know if she was scared, but she only. Oh my God, how do you say this politely? She only wanted to blow him.
She had a fetish then. That's what it was.
I don't know if it was a fetish or not. She was scared, I think.
I'll tell you what. This is definitely the raunchiest episode of Wrestling with Savage we've ever had.
I'm
Sure.
so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed.
For sure. It's I mean, we don't really. Travis over here, he goes to church. He said he has to go to church and talk to the priest now because he feels dirty.
I go to a Baptist church.
Catholic, all you do is ask forgiveness.
He said just ask for forgiveness if you're Catholic. Are you Catholic, Travis?
Baptist.
He's a Baptist. What does that mean, Marty? Is he fucked?
It means Virgil ended up not fucking her.
No. Jesus.
No, she would only blow him. She wouldn't let him put it up in her.
I see. Okay. That's okay.
But you know what I ended up singing? I mean, I'm in the bed right next to him. Because it was just me and her, him, her, and we're it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. And so we were sharing. And then when I saw all that going on, and old Virgil was wanting her, he's like, no, he was trying to, put it up in her. And she just wasn't going for it.
Travis is saying that you have had more hoes than the Godfather.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but mine were for real. They wasn't store-bought.
Oh.
I got a question for Marty.
All right, Jay, what's the question? Hurry up, Jay.
Marty, talk about Ric Flair stealing
How
your
are you asking him?
Hold on. Hold on. I can't listen to everyone. Jay, say it one more time quickly.
Talk about how Ric Flair stole your groupies, how you felt about that.
Okay, he wants to know, how do you feel about Ric Flair
stealing
apparently, this is Jay saying it, not me saying it. Okay, let's remember that. Jay wants to know how you feel about Ric Flair stealing your groupies.
He didn't want a groupie. He stole one of my girlfriends. Well, he didn't really steal her. We were in St. Louis.
Did he borrow her? What did he do?
No, I left. I got in an argument with her, so I left her. I drove back to Kansas City, which is
What's up, Anthony Graves? I see you, baby.
On I-70. And once I got there and calmed down, I'm like, God damn, I got to go back and get her because she didn't have a ride home. We lived together at the time. And so I had to go back, and I couldn't find her. And the next day, everybody's saying, well, the last we saw her, she went to Ric Flair. And I'm like, oh boy. I saw Rick, and I was like, hey, Rick, man, did you, my girl? He goes, you owe me $40. I gave her money for a hotel room.
So he didn't do nothing with her. He just got her a room.
We don't know that.
We don't know. So I'm sure he got her the room. He did the deed and then left.
I guess. I mean, I wasn't there. I was driving back on I-70.
Did you ever have a match with Rick?
More than one. It was so funny because I wrestled him my rookie season. He was a world champion. That was 6 months in, and they said, he don't do this. This is the first. And so you make the best of your first match with him. It ended up being so good, he wanted to do more. We had like 10, 15 matches around the Central States area, which is where I was in Kansas, based out of Kansas City. And funny, Because like years later, Sean and they shot a little bit of an angle with Sean where I came out to the ring and Sean got thrown out and I throw him back in the ring, so he don't get counted out and then Rick pinned him. And his interviews was like, I was worried, because that was the beginning of him turning on me. And he's like, I worked with Ric Flair, something you've never done. No, Ninja. No, Ninja. You don't know. While you were still trying to kiss your mama's ass, I've been working with him all the day, all the nights, all the weeks, all the months. No, that was stupid. What the fuck did I just
say? Basically, you said Shawn Michaels can kiss your ass.
No, his mom's.
His mom's ass.
His mom used to run.
Did you hear what happened last night with Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes?
Uh-oh, somebody got hurt.
Brock Lesnar F5 Cody Rhodes in front of his mom, and his mom really didn't look too concerned.
Well, she probably seen it before.
Yeah, you're right. They've seen it 3 times. They've been fighting 3 times in a row. Were you always a big fan of that back in the day? Like, how long did you think a feud should last? Like a good, solid feud. How many matches?
Until the people get tired of it.
That is the best.
See? Feel. You got to feel the people. That's the thing. I love the boys today. I love them. It's unbelievable. How you say that? Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
There you go. And the athleticism. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, it's like they're not even humans. It's like they're aliens out there. Even in the NBA and NFL, athletes in general are freakish.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, but the problem is in wrestling, it's also entertainment. You have to know when to do those athletic things. If you just caught a punch and a super kick, and you take a bump, you don't get up and do a backflip and say, "Look at me," just like what the fuck.
No, you're not wrong about that. I'm guessing you haven't watched too much AEW, man.
I'm not wrong.
AEW is known for the flippity dippity shit, like nonstop.
Well, we used to call it a spot fest. It's just like bing, bingity, 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 bingity,
yeah.
bingity. And at the end of it, this is what I try to teach. And I would like to do that on me and you when we do our podcast. I would like to teach the movements. When you do something pretty incredible, like there's one brother now that does, he does what I used to do, it was called the rocker dropper, and then Billy Gunn took it a step further and they called it the famouser.
Yeah.
And they called it the famouser because the guy got his neck broke. So they fucking wrote it. It was famous, it was the famouser. And it fit because he was an ass man, so it was famasser. But some brother now does it off the top fucking rope. And I'm sitting there going, God damn. And then the dude kicked out of it like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What the fuck?
Yeah, back in the day, people were taking losses to fucking elbow drops and body slams and leg drops and shit.
I mean, back in my younger days, they used to say, like, where does it end? We take guns and knives to the ring. Now it's for real like that. It's like, how far can you go with this shit?
Well, are you familiar with the dark web, Marty?
Yeah, I got 2 girlfriends that are on it all the time.
Oh, yeah? Well, listen, man, on the dark web, they have all kinds of sick reality shows where you can literally watch exactly what you just described, bringing knives and guns and having they throw people on private islands.
Yeah, they're called smut. I've seen. I'm very aware. I got
insane. I stay away from all that garbage because I just can't believe it's even real. My cousin is he's a big fan of watching this one show in particular where they take 10 special needs kids and put them in one house, and apparently he thinks that's funny.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't get that. See, that's not my form of comedy. But to get back on lighter topics, professional wrestling, 2023, definitely different than it was in 1993.
But they're on the dark web. There is snuff films. And that's where
keep talking dark web. We should save the dark web for the Marty podcast.
Oh, you want me to go to hell?
Yeah. Your channel's already damned to damnation.
Yeah, we got nobody on it yet. But
No, there's like no, you got like 300 subscribers on there, maybe more.
Oh my God!
I wanted to do a test with you on Facebook. I called you the other day, but I guess you were busy not going to Alaska. And I tried calling you to tell you, hey, why don't you make
How
Get on the show,
sarcastic
you
was that?
bastard. Get on
that
the
was
show.
that was super fucking.
Come on, Marty. Let's get on the
It's
show.
pretty much like, no, that was all bullshit. No, I didn't get to go because the writers, actually the actors went on strike, and it affected that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, a lot of these stupid actors are going on strike. We should beat the shit out of all of them.
I mean, I wouldn't call them stupid, but I mean, they're standing up because they're scared about the.
Yeah, I'm
AI.
probably being an asshole by saying
Probably
that.
for good cause.
No, I wouldn't say that either. You've been an asshole about other things, but not that.
Oh, that's not nice.
No,
Now I forgot what I was. Okay, yes, I had called you to ask you. Let's do a test on your Facebook page because I know you mentioned whenever you put links and shit like that, people don't respond to it. They don't see it. So I was going to ask you, why don't you write a post about Savage and introduce Savage to your Facebook page without putting a link and saying, listen, this is my dude Savage. I was on his show last night.
Will you stop trying to get a rub?
No, I'm trying to do a test because we can do a test literally. Right now, I'll know exactly how many people saw this show tonight, right? And then if you go and make your post tomorrow morning, I'll see the difference in numbers and we'll know what kind of true drawing power your post had from Facebook.
On your show.
Well, yeah, but you're with you on it.
I mean, nobody knows about me being on it. You didn't advertise it.
No, not at all. Nobody knows. Right now, we have a few people watching. We've had a lot of people coming in saying Marty Jannetty's on the show, and they like it.
Hopefully they don't hear some of the shit we're saying.
Nah, this won't be a very advertised episode, but it doesn't necessarily. You don't even have to tell people that you were on the show. You could just say, "Hey, this is my boy Savage."
You're my buddy, man.
Yeah, tell him this is my buddy Savage. Go search for him. Don't put the link. Just say the words. Go search for him on YouTube. His name is Wrestling with Savage, and let's see if anybody actually goes and does it.
Well, then send that to me because you know how to say it better than I do. Because I'll probably just say, "God damn."
So you want me to copy and paste? All right, I'll send you a message that you can copy and paste.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. All right.
Hey, Jim Cornette, man, he's so funny, man. I meant to send it to you. He was talking about the time that almost accidentally killed the guy behind the bowling alley.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much what Dark Side's going to cover mostly, right?
Mostly, yes, because that's all they focused on. It's like, where'd you kill him? Where was that? I didn't kill him. You said you did. I said it was a storyline. They said, well, where did it happen? And they actually went to the location of the bowling alley. I mean, I told them, please don't make this a focal point. And they're like, oh, no. But that's all they did was kept asking about it. Like, I said, and I told them, I said, look, man, I was 14 years old. He was a grown man. He was about 200 pounds. And in my story, because it was a wrestling storyline, I was going to have one of my friends that was a correction officer come out and say, no, I've done research. You murdered somebody. That's all it was going to be. And then they were like, well, so you put him in the river. I said, look, I mean, they're videoing the shit. I said, you see over there, because they're filming, and they want to know, where the bowling alley. And we said the bowling alley. I said, there's the river. Do you see how far that is? Now, how did a 14-year-old boy drag a 200-pound grown man? Nobody saw him getting dragged that fucking far. I mean, goddamn, boy, when you actually get right up on it, it's like, oh, yeah, that never happened.
Jesus Christ. Well, it's okay.
But, I mean, excuse my language about the gay part, but he was a gay guy that I bought a bag of weed from him. Jimmy Cornette makes it so funny. Marty was buying a bag of weed. He's 13 years old. He was actually 14. But
I heard that.
Yeah, this part's true though. We went out into his car to buy the bag of weed, an ounce. which back then was $40. And my cousin and a couple other young boys, he would pay you $40 like to ride down the street and let him blow you. You drive. And so, they were hustling, they were, getting money. So when my nephew was one of them that did that. So when I bought the bag of weed and it was 40, he might have been taking trade off 40 because that's what I paid the guys that let me blow. And he reached over and he grabbed me between the legs. And he goes, "What's this?" And I smacked him. He's like, "No, I'm not like that." And he got a little angry, and he grabbed at me, and I might have hit him once or twice.
But not enough to kill him, right? The guy didn't get killed.
No. That was all storyline.
That's it.
The best storylines are based off of real.
Yeah.
Remember when Lita was fucking Tess?
Yeah.
Then they ran that storyline on TV. It was based off truth.
Yeah.
And
no. Look what they did with Matt Hardy and Edge.
Yeah, I mean that's how the best storylines are based off truth.
100%, man. Did you ever bang Miss Elizabeth?
No, man, that's a horrible question.
I know. I had to ask. I grew up. I used to love Miss Elizabeth. I had a crush on her growing up.
And I thought she was very pretty, but I was seeing a girl. One of the girls I was seeing looked almost like her twin sister. So I mean, she didn't. She didn't come off to me appealing because I was already, excuse my language, but I was already fucking somebody that looked like her.
That's all you need.
Oh, no, I didn't finish telling you this. So our first day in WWF, me and Sean, we done saw all these big monsters, right? And we had to dress in the hallway because, with the extras and what they call them, jobbers. And I would never say that. You got to respect the people to help you. So we dressed in the hallway, me and Sean dressing in the hallway, and there's not a whole lot of girls in the hallway. This is in the arena, like the back, And I'm pulling the pants down, getting ready to put my tights on. I hear this, "Brother, do you mind?" And I look over and there's Randy walking with Elizabeth. I fucking yanked my pants back up. "I'm sorry, man." I mean, how much bad luck can you have on your first fucking day? You just saw like 98 giants and you weigh 230. And now you pull your pants down to change, and Randy and Elizabeth walk around the corner. "Brother, do you mind?" I wanted to quit. We hadn't even got a match yet.
Yeah, man. Listen, back in the day, Jay has a question for you. Jay, what's the question?
Marty, you're a legend in my eyes, baby. Say that. Come on.
All right, Marty wants to know. I'm sorry, Jay wants you to know that you are a legend in his eyes.
But whose idea was it?
Jay, you're a legend of mine, brother. If I was there, I would hug you.
Whose idea was you to have an ECW run, and why?
Whose idea was it for you to have an ECW run, and why?
Because I probably had just got fired. I'm pretty sure of that. And what's his name that ran it?
Heyman?
Huh? Paul.
Yep. Paulie Dangerously.
Who I love to death, man. We did so much ecstasy in the clubs in New York together.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, back.
Yeah, that's not a viral clip. There's 2 people watching right now, Marty, but if I put that out there in the universe, I'm sure 2 million people could see that by tomorrow morning if we wanted.
And I'll stand by it.
Oh, shit. Shots fired. You did it, Paul Heyman. You took the ecstasy. True story, I did ecstasy twice.
Did you end up with a black girl named Wendy?
No, I did not. Jay was actually there for one of them, and he was trying to get a ride home at 4:30 in the morning, and I was so like in another universe that I just ignored my friends, and they left me there. And at 7:30, the bouncer came and tapped me on the arm, and said, "Hey, you you realize the club is closed now, right? Like there's no one here. And I just started dancing around him. And then I dance outside the club and I'm looking for my car.
Good shit.
I'm looking for my car now. I got no idea where my car is. I'm coming off a night where I drank a bottle of Jack Daniels, smoked 5 blunts, took ecstasy. And, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying life. And my father happens to be working at a restaurant on the other side of Manhattan, just 12 massive Manhattan blocks plus, 30 streets down. I decided to dance the entire way there. I remember specifically everyone staring at me like, yo, what the fuck is this guy on?
Story, kids that are watching is don't do drugs.
And eventually, and the reason I had to dance there, Marty, is because I couldn't remember where my car was. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't remember where my car was. So I thought the best solution would be, I'll go to my dad's restaurant over there and, I'll have some breakfast. So I get there. My dad's a chef, right? My dad was the type of chef that could feed 150 people in 15 minutes, have everybody's food ready.
You want to make the donuts?
No, he made food, man. Omelets, pancakes, waffles, this, that. It's a diner, Greek diner. Had everything you could imagine, whatever. So anyway, long story short, I had pancakes, I had waffles, I had bacon, I had fucking sausage. And then, Eureka, I remembered where the car was. I danced all the way back there, and then I went home.
You know what's funny, man? Because you told me recently, for our for YouTube, you can't instruct people how to get high. Because remember, I seen you that video where
I'm not instructing anyone to get high.
No, I'm about to.
Oh boy.
For our 2 listeners, I had found out from one of my girlfriends, and I can't say her name, Elo, but and her name was not Elo, it was Ellie, and which is like I'm never gonna call you Ellie. What the fuck is this damn Beverly Hill? What was it, the Beverly Hillbillies? Remember Ellie Clampett or some shit?
Okay, it could have been short for Ellen, Elaine, Eliana.
But you can play straight off of J-Lo, J-Lo.
Yeah, J-Lo, J-Ho.
Yeah, okay, that too. And I didn't ever tell you the story about her.
Oh, you have a J-Lo story?
No, I was lying.
Oh.
I was about to. But with Elo, no, for real though, she told me. I seen the video. You see where you pour the bleach over a tomato.
Here we go with the bleach and the. Why are you so obsessed with this? Does it really work?
I got fucked up myself.
Jesus.
I took my cat and was spinning him by his tail, and I thought he was enjoying it.
You're a sick bastard.
I've seen you. I think I've seen you those videos too. And you said PETA's going to go crazy.
I could listen. I could play the video right now for the people if you wanted me to. I could. I have it on my computer. I don't think I should. I think we should save all those videos for your show. Like,
which one you gonna show? The cat spinning?
You really?
He does 3. He would do a 360. So perfect. I would give him by the tail. And the thing was, he didn't mind. He was like, "What the fuck was that?" But then when I was trying to break a record and get him like 2, so what's 360 twice 720, and then
you got better math than fucking Scott Steiner.
Hey, don't question Steiner math.
And then I was like, okay, we got a 720. Well, we got to add a third spin. And that's when he said enough. And then he started clawing me. I'm like, you don't like this, dude.
That poor cat. Listen, leave the cat alone. Stop bothering the cat. Leave the Swackster alone. Because if he could, he would multiply in size and then swing you by your tail.
You know what? He better run. He better have track shoes.
You basically treat that cat more like a tiger than a cat.
He's a god to me. He gives me advice. He gave me.
That's great.
He told me just yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Hey, cat's a god to him.
He would, and I think all cats are, or at least they think they are.
Yeah, they think they are. Yeah, they're very cocky, arrogant little bastards.
Yeah, until you don't feed them, then all of a sudden they don't feel like God.
Yeah, that's right.
But
but you know a cat will eat your corpse, right, Marty?
I don't No, I didn't know that.
Yes. If you if you happen to die, right, the cat will legit eat your fucking corpse.
Oh, you mean if you die in front of them? Yeah, because they're gonna try to reincarnate you, so you still be. It ends up you end up if however much of you they eat ends up in the litter box.
That's got to go back to like Egyptian times, right? Like the pharaoh and something. I guess they made all cats have powers.
That is true, but I wasn't there, so I don't know how much of that was true.
Who was your favorite Batman of all time?
What's that one? Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton. There you go. Good answer. How about Catwoman? Did you like the Catwoman from the 70s
you already know.
Or Michelle Pfeiffer did it for you?
No, Halle Berry.
Come on, Michelle Pfeiffer was way better as Catwoman. It's not even close.
Yeah, but her and Prince did some things I didn't.
How could you not like a woman that was in a movie where the man said, "Your womb is so polluted, I can't have a baby with you"?
Because do you know that she used to do it in the backside? Now that's something I do a lot of good stuff.
Who? Michelle Pfeiffer? She liked the backside?
Evidently, and Prince evidently had a big one.
Wow. There's some dropping knowledge. Prince, Michelle Pfeiffer. Anal.
You know what?
Nah.
Wait a minute, I'm thinking of, no.
You realize you're not on the Howard Stern show, right? Have you been on the Howard Stern show?
I would love to. I've never been, but I would love to.
I think after this episode of Dark Side of the Ring comes on, I think Howard's going to want to talk to you.
And I'll talk to him.
Can you bring me with you?
Of course.
All right, I like it. I would love to meet Howard Stern. I'm a big fan. You're a big fan? Did you listen to him back in the day when he was on?
Yeah, I actually thought it was funny when he did the Academy or some kind of awards and he came in as the Park Man.
Oh yeah, that was for his movie. When his movie came out, Private, what was it called? Private Stuff, Jay? Private Things?
Parts.
Private Parts, that's right. Great movie.
Yes. And it's sort of like what we got to do. We got to do our own thing. I mean, I told you, Robin being the female, but she's not exactly eye candy, sweetheart. I'm not talking her down. Sweetheart though.
But she plays her part though. You know what I mean? Like they're good together. Like that's why he defended her when she got fired. He's like, fuck that shit.
Yes, and for us, we need a female boy. Big Frida's already asked me if Big Frida was the one I told you that ended up being a guy.
Yeah, I'm good on Big Frida, man. I would prefer to never be Big Frida.
No, it sounds and looks like a lady. It's a deeper voice than most ladies, but not that deep.
Sure. So you want to bring Frida on the Party with Marty podcast? Is what you're saying?
You said we do some guest hosts.
Sure. Yeah. I don't mind that. Listen, listen. When we're on your channel, it's your show. So whoever you want on the show is coming on the show. There's no like.
You can't let me get fired by YouTube.
Listen, I am only one man. That is a tall order. I will try my best, but unfortunately, Mr. Giannetti, I can't control what comes out of your mouth.
Well, and nor what goes in it.
Holy shit. My God. Yeah, Marty's definitely going to get us banned in like the first week.
Back when we was in college, we used to say, because some of the wrestlers, I was a pretty good collegiate wrestler. That's why me and Kurt Angle had a great match.
No, you were a hell of an athlete from where you were from, man. It's well documented.
Yeah, and finished third in the nation, which is still third, but I should have won. I was beating the returning national champion. I was beating him, and then something went wrong, and he got me. But what I was going to say out of that, I don't even know what the hell I was going to say out of that. Oh yeah. So it's mostly brothers, and when I say this particular time I say brothers, I mean my black brothers on the team, and they would be sitting when we would take the bus like to wherever we was going to wrestle. They would be talking about, excuse my language. I'll say, is it okay if I say cookies instead of pussy?
Sure.
I mean, Well, everybody understand cookies means pussy.
Yeah, I mean, you already said pussy, so you might as well just keep saying pussy at this point. But if you want to say cookies, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't want to say pussy anymore.
Okay, it's the pussy with Marty hour.
But in place of pussy,
That could be the Pornhub show, Pussy with Marty.
We just said it again.
Oh boy. They were the brothers back then. I've not asked them lately, but
They like the cookies. Is that what you're saying? You're trying to get imply that they like the cookies.
They would all talk to each other on the bus. We're all listening. There was only like 3 white guys on there. Me and like 2 or 3 of my other boys, and they were badass, boy. We finished number 8 in the nation. My second year. We was a badass team. We were all a bunch of misfits. That's how our coach recruited. He went after what the big colleges wouldn't take. And we kicked the big college's ass. But so they would be talking about cookies, like you do this with a cookie, you do it that way, you twist your head, you do your tongue. I'm sitting there like, God damn, man, it's just a sex organ, number one. Number two, it's closed up all day. There's all kinds of sweat in there. Why don't you just come lick my armpit and pretend?
Marty, we have a question from one of the viewers. He wants to know, do you like today's product?
Which one?
Oh, in general, wrestling, the world of wrestling in general. Do you think it's in a good state?
I'll break it down like this. WWE, yes. The next, somewhat, and AEW. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that, man. That was horrible. But it's just there's more people in AEW that do not understand psychology.
That's a very fair statement though, because there are a lot of people that are green and they're on TV and they haven't had the reps, and it takes time, man. In my opinion, I don't know if you agree with me.
Nobody's teaching them. I mean, where the hell are the teachers?
Do you agree with me that it takes a good 7 years to really understand the whole concept of everything, like the camera work, psychology, the fans, the crowd?
No.
Longer?
It shouldn't take you more. No, it shouldn't take you more than. If it takes you more than 2 years, you might start thinking about something else.
Oh wow! So Marty says if you don't have it in 2 years, start thinking about something else.
Let me run that back. This is a big difference. In my upbringing in the business, we were working 300 times a year. What they're doing now is just weekend shit.
Yeah.
So it's 52 times 2. Is what 100 times a year versus 350 at times. But here's the thing about it too. When you work every night, like not Friday and Saturday or Sunday and Monday, or when you work every night, when you do something in the ring and you are riding with the next person, you're like, yeah, did you feel that? I mean, what should we do? Why did we lose them there? Or why did they like this spot? Or why didn't you learn so fast? I'll give you an example. I teach this in my seminars. A lot of people don't to this day don't know this. When you get in the ring and you find somebody that's in tune ringside, because you can see them, they're right there. And they're in tune. They're cheering when the whole 10,000, 15,000 people are cheering. They're, not doing nothing, crickets when the whole 10, 15,000 are crickets. Or they're leaving, they're bored when the whole, you find somebody that's in tune with the crowd. You watch them. Because during the match, that's your guide. You look over and watch them to see, are you getting them or are you not getting them? If they're leaning forward, and this is always going to be the case, if they're sort of leaning forward, they're excited. You got them. If they leaning back, you got to do something.
Well, listen, I blame a lot of it today, though, is just modern world. Like back in the day, people didn't come to shows with cell phones. You know what I mean? Like They came to the show to see the show.
It has changed a lot. In fact, it's changed a lot, not just wrestling, but the kind of partying you do.
It's changed the whole world. But I see it at the shows because I go to live shows. I go to AEW shows. I go to WWE shows from time to time when they come to New York and all that. And you look at the crowd.
Would you call yourself a mark?
Listen, anybody who's ever spent $1 in the wrestling business is a mark. Okay, so if you ever spent $1,
no, you don't. I actually didn't. But Tony Atlas, you know what Tony did though, and I just said this on Facebook. I love Tony. He's my brother, even though he called me a racist once, and then said, "I didn't mean it, Marty." What the fuck? Why'd you say it? But his first match in pro wrestling, he bought a ticket. He stood in the line. It was his first, he ain't never wrestled before. He bought a ticket, got in the dressing room, and said, "Well, where do I put this? They said I'm sitting in seat 7, 8. They're like, you bought a fucking ticket. You're on the show."
Yeah, he's definitely a fucking mark for sure.
But no, Jake Snake said it best, and he was one of my. I loved him so much, and he was a good one to learn from. Psychology out the ass. But he said the biggest marks are the guys. we go out there, bust our fucking ass, bleed, bruise, bump around, and then when everybody cheers and gives us accolades, we call them marks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who's really the mark?
Yeah. 100%, man. Listen, we're all out here. Everybody's a mark for something, man. At the end of the day, you're a mark for.
I'm a mark for cookies.
I was just gonna say that. You beat me to the punch. I was gonna say you're a mark for cookies. You're probably the biggest mark for cookies I know. You love it. Chocolate chip, man. Chocolate chip cookies. One of these nights we gotta do some prank calls on wrestlers. I think that would be good content. Would you be down for that? Like, let's prank.
Of course, I'll do what Owen Hart used to do.
Yo, oh my God, who would you want to prank first on your phone list?
Vince.
I fucking dare you to call Vince McMahon right now.
I'll call him. I do have his number.
I dare you to call Vince McMahon right now.
Dare me. I'll do it. He'll actually, at first, he'll get upset because of the way I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call him in the middle of the night because he knows it's serious. And say, I'll act like the Miz and say, "Hey man, I'm in jail. What do you want me to do? I can't make a show tomorrow."
Yo, oh man, if he actually picks up.
And you know the best part, I'm like, "Oh gosh, here they're coming to put me in solitary. I gotta go." And then he'll call back at the Miz's house just to make sure. And the Miz answers. He goes, "Are you in jail?" And the Miz is gonna be, "What? What are you talking about?"
It's fucking great. What when you got fired from WWF, right? Because it's been said, and this is on record, that you've been fired from WWF more than anybody else alive.
Yeah.
Except maybe Iron Sheik. I think it's you and Iron Sheik.
No, I broke his record. He was.
So what I want to know is, who fired you most of the time? Was it ever Vince personally, or was it always one of his like associates?
No, it was him personally.
What would he tell you?
Well, one time he was like, "Marty," and this is from the Royal Rumble that Sean and I had. He goes, and he had his head down. He goes, because I just got off house arrest. It was after the barbershop window. So I had, and right after we shot the barbershop window, I got in some trouble in Tampa for pulling the cop off the girl I was with. He was, banging her around. That's all over the newspapers and news and everything. And all I did was pull him off, and then
they made it a big deal, yeah.
Well, I mean, because he came after me mad, and I never, it's in the police report, I never struck him. I just, there were two others that joined in, and, fair martial arts, I didn't let them hit me. That was it. I will admit this though. One time, the main guy, Hopper was his name. I shouldn't say names, but Hopper, he comes swinging that nightstick, and I stepped aside and just push. That's all you do. It's like a keto. You use the momentum against him. But I stepped aside and pushed. But I did stick my foot out, and he tripped and busted his ass on the road.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was pissed at that point. That's.
Yeah, he got so embarrassed he came up and he looked at
You're
me.
lucky. You're lucky he didn't shoot your ass.
Well, I've had that almost happen in Denver.
I believe it. Yeah. Listen, nowadays I would be terrified to push a cop because I would think their immediate response is going to be just fucking shoot this big guy.
That's what it is, but I mean, it's everybody's so against the police now. They're scared. They're scared to.
Yeah, but some of them are scared to die, and that's a stronger.
Did you just say yeah, bud?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
That's a T-shirt we gotta make.
Yeah, but
everybody says it. Yes, everybody says it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but
Hey, tantalizing, Tony.
You should actually. We should make the shirt like the word "yeah" and then a picture of an ass.
We could do that too.
Yeah, but
it could be my neighbor girl's ass.
No, but I would be scared that they would shoot my ass if I put hands on them. I'm sure Jay would. Anybody would nowadays because a lot of these cops, they're not trained properly and they don't know how to handle.
How do you know that? When did you train?
Oh, because my best friend's a cop.
Mine too.
My best friend's been a cop for about 20 years. He's a sergeant. Yeah, he tells me the stories. We're talking about the new recruits the last couple of years. It's not mostly a lot of the old school guys.
Every cop that I know, and I know a lot, and sometimes not because I want to, but they always love to tell me the stories, and you really shouldn't be saying that. Why ain't saying a name? And I'm not going to say Vito from Long Island. I'm not going to say Dominic.
No, don't say any names.
Freehold.
Jesus.
Yeah. But they're correction officers and police, and they actually brag on and they wear them big black boots that you come up halfway up to your calf. The old
military boots.
Yeah, like that. And they're like, oh, I did this. I got to do this today to a motherfucker. And I'm like, God damn, man, why you want to brag on that?
Yeah, no, that shit's not cool. There's a lot of not cool shit in this world. And that's a lot of stuff that I want to get into on the Party with Marty. Whenever we're not talking about cookies and cream, we could talk about some real world shit.
What are you talking about when you say cream? I had this girl one time, I thought she peed on me while we were having sex, and I didn't find out till later that she said no, I was coming.
Yeah, she was a squirter, Marty. Okay.
Yeah, but then I didn't know you could squirt. It was warm. It was real warm.
So what year did you find out about squirting?
About 2000.
It took you that long?
Yeah, nobody squirted on me like that before, and I've been with more than her.
I've had before long time ago when Savage was a single man. Yes. I thought the same thing my first time with one because I was in my my room, my mother's house, and the blankets, it felt like somebody just pissed everywhere. And I know that same feeling, but
yeah. And I'm not gonna say her name, Bonnie, but she actually.
He still said her name. Oh. Bonnie's famous now.
Say again?
Bonnie's famous.
And she should be. She's a sweetheart. A little sex thing, and that was good for me.
Hey, man. But, it's all right.
I used to, we didn't live together, but, we were together so much. When my friends would come visit, we actually became swingers. We started getting with other couples. And I went through that little phase. But I mean, when a couple, my boys, I'd say if you came over, and then I had her I'd take care of her. And she would do it. She didn't mind. She was just sexting. And I would watch sometimes. Sometimes I would take pictures. I got pictures, bro. And other times I would tell her you gotta start hooking me up. You gotta go get some girls for me. I'm letting you fuck all my friends. And she did. She started working at a strip club, and she was bringing strippers home.
Wow.
And yeah, it was a good time.
I could. It sounds like a very good time. My God, a little too much of a good time. A lot of people wouldn't be able to handle that kind of lifestyle, Marty.
The problem is you have to trust each other real good, because if you're going to like be swingers, do other couples, or you're going to do 2-on-1.
What you got, Jay? Tell me.
Marty, as much as I love the swinger stories and everything, do you think the Dark Side of the Ring episode will send shockwaves to everybody?
Oh, hold on. Say that again, Jay.
Do you think the Dark Side of the Ring episode will send shockwaves?
He wants to know, do you think the Dark Side of the Ring episode is going to send shockwaves to everybody?
It's according to what they show. It's a chance. If they show everything, yes. If they do the editing that they'll do.
Well, you told me they were shooting for what, over 40-something hours of footage, and
they told me 60, and I can't say Tara's name, but she's one of the main producers, and she said it was actually only 40 hours of film. Because they got Al Snow on it, they got Patrick.
They're probably going to need an episode 2 and 3 and 4.
They probably got all your close friends. They said they've never done that before.
Well, yeah, tell them they got to film one of them. Tell them the only way you're doing it is if they film it in New York City. They got to bring you to New York, and we got to go on an adventure, Marty.
Marty, did they get your close friend?
Toronto, so they're not far from you.
We can go to Toronto. I've never been to Toronto.
I can tell you a lot about it.
Listen, man, you've been to probably more countries than I've put on socks.
No, actually only 37, because I used to get the flag, like when you go to different. At first, when it first was in WWF, I wasn't the only one. You would go to like in airports every fucking day, right? Going to the next city. You would buy Bret Hart would buy like them spoons, the little bitty spoon thing
to scratch your back.
It would have the city on it, and he was collecting all that.
Oh, so he was like so just a spoon from every city.
Yeah, collecting it, and myself, I was getting the flags. We would have and they're cheap ass flags, but, on a little stick. But still, it was kind of cool.
Do you still have those flags?
Yes.
Nice.
And then I would send postcards. I would spend a lot of money, actually, for postcards. The postcards weren't expensive; they're like $1. But I would send them get 30 or 40 of them, and send them to all my girls and my my friends, my family, and my friends. So the postage was like, God damn, these breasts coming out cheaper by getting them down. The spoons were like $3 and $4. That was back then.
Jesus Christ! Right, that's because they're ripping off tourists. That's why, But do you have a country that you remember?
That was in America. I'm sorry, I told it wrong. In America, it was Brett. We would get shit from that state.
Yeah, gift shops.
So then when we went to other countries, then you wouldn't get stuff from different countries, and that was a proud thing, right? I mean, people can say they were in Carousel or
for sure.
Africa, Australia, or.
Let me ask you though, out of all the countries you've been to, which country had the worst wrestling conditions?
That would have been probably Carousel, which is it's in Aruba, or them islands. It's one of the islands, because you islands,
What made it unsafe? Was the ring not right, or?
The ring never made it, but
the ring never made it. He said.
No, we didn't. We ended up getting paid for not working because the ring didn't make it.
Wow.
But what it is this is most exotic islands and places you hear so much about. Like in Puerto Rico, for example, there's a stretch, probably a mile long, this beach, resort, beautiful women, nice hotels. And then a block after that, you're getting mugged.
All right, Marty, we got a question.
And the beaches are fucking filthy. like it's not white sand. It's dark, nasty.
Yeah,
shit
you're probably on the wrong side of the island, man. But we got another question from a fan here, and I'm just gonna read the question. All right, this isn't me asking, but Gianna Forever, he wants to know what's Marty's favorite sexual experience with a fan, male or female.
Favorite with a fan. There was this one time with a fan. It's not my favorite, but it's a memory I don't like. It's a favorite memory I don't like. And I don't remember her name, but we were in my house in Orlando. And, you know, it was back when I had money, and I like to be kind of flamboyant and shit. I had llama hair carpet. And llama hair carpet, I don't know if you know about that. It's long. It's like, you know, the hair is like four, you know, so it's longer hair than a shag carpet. It's pretty, and it's like walking on pillows. It's so soft. And so she wanted to. I wish I could just throw her name and think of somebody I don't care for. Oh, Karen. So Karen wanted to, you know, do it in the backside, and I was why? I mean, that's where poo-poo comes out of. But you know, some girls like that, and I never did. You know, of course I know everybody. You know, a lot of people do. And goddamn shit.
Yeah.
And so
shit.
For her, yeah, I went ahead and did it for her. You know, because I liked her enough, not like in a love type thing, but as a person and a friend.
No, you liked her enough to stick it in her butt. That's nice of you.
I did it for her. I didn't do it because I wanted to. Sometimes you got to sacrifice.
Sometimes you got to take one for the team. I get it, man. Trust me. I know. I'm married. I sacrifice every day.
It wasn't no team, though. It was just me.
Listen.
So
here, I'll listen, Marty. I'm gonna put my wife on blast right now, right? She lied to me. She said if we got married, we could have. I could stick it in her ass. You know what, Marty? It was a fucking lie.
Oh boy, you know what, man? I wish I didn't hear
We're
that.
definitely going off the rails. That's right. Stay tuned. If you haven't stayed tuned, we're off the rails.
Listen, it was a lie, Marty. It was all lies.
Well, okay. Well, check this in. So what I was going to say about Karen, though, I'm doing it. You know, I don't even know if it was KY jelly, like Al Snow said, but
in the butt.
Yeah, well, don't tell nobody.
Okay, so, we'll just tell the world.
Just tell the whole world.
But so, you know, I'm doing it for her. You know, she's standing up, bent over the bed, and I'm standing behind her. And you know,
it's usually the way it fucking works.
That's where you gotta go.
Yo, Marty, that was the best clip of the night right there.
and we, you know, I'm doing what you want, and you know, I don't even know if it felt good or not. I was so yuck. But somebody starts pounding on my door downstairs. We were upstairs at my house in Orlando. When we were upstairs, somebody pounding because it was a party house. Somebody pounding on the door. I'm like, oh, fuck, let me go get that. So, you know, because I wanted to stop fucking her in the ass, and she didn't say, oh no, keep going. So I'm like, yeah, this is an excuse to get away from this. And I pulled, excuse my language, but I pulled my dick out, and fucking shit fell out her ass all on my llama hair carpet.
Jesus Christ! All right. On that note, Marty, I think me and Jay are gonna finish up the NXT recap, so we can just like call it a night because it's pretty late.
Okay.
We've been on here for an hour and a half, but see, look how easily we were able to talk and have conversations and have a good time. I can't even see your face. Imagine if we were looking at each other, we'd be crying right now.
You can come tomorrow night.
We're laughing our ass.
Yeah, we'd be fucking crying right now. If I could see your face while you were telling me half the shit you were telling me tonight, you know, we would be crying.
If you could see my neighbor girl, you'd be crying.
Probably, yeah. I'd probably be crying
no,
after.
She's not. She's actually, you know, I actually, and I've told, you know, I got a picture from, what was her name? Alicia, not Alicia. the black girl that we just did a signing with recently. She was table next.
Oh,
to
Alicia Fox. Yes.
Yes. That's what my neighbor girl, Destiny. Oh, I shouldn't have said her name.
Oh boy. Well, it's all right.
That's what Destiny looks
Destiny,
like.
Destiny ain't watching this. She's too busy taking care of her cookies.
No, but I don't want people to, like, start saying Marty's fucking Destiny. Because I actually can't. I don't fuck her no more because the mother moved back in with her. That's why.
Well, I told you you need to. I told you need to help both of them out.
Well, now her mother's not. She's a high, for an older lady. She's got to be like 45 or 50.
What does that mean? She doesn't need love?
If she does, I'll get it for her. I'll find some.
Yeah,
I'll call Dustin Rose.
I would go over there right now and knock on the door and take care of business and give her the night of her life.
I wish you was here then.
No, you get me in trouble. I don't think so. Not tonight.
It's just not the same. Like with her since her mom moved back in, and sometimes she'll I'll go out the window, I'll come out the window. That's why I said the whole cesarean thing. But It's like, come on, man. What if your mother comes to the room, in the middle of the night, just, like something wrong?
Tell her to join in, man. It's the party with Marty, man. You tell her it's life according to Marty.
No. She's leaving her house to come over here.
Oh, so lock the door.
But that's not the point, man. I don't even want to go through all that. It was fun before, but I ain't going through all this shit.
Well, you're probably better off right now. Just do me a favor and don't kill anybody tonight, and get some sleep. We'll talk tomorrow.
I ain't killed nobody since the Bo and Ellie story, except for the one person that I think you know about.
Well, you called me in the middle of the night one night, and we were on the show live. I don't remember which episode it was. It was a while ago, and you called me, and there was somebody in your yard.
Oh yeah, because they dropped the knife. Yeah, the knife, and then my brother was like, he didn't believe me. And then showed him a knife, and he goes, "Well, goddamn, that's probably your knife."
Well, goddamn it, just no craziness tonight. All right, go get some sleep.
No, now you done got me worked up. I'm gonna probably call my girlfriend Toronto and have phone sex and then take a nap. That
sounds like a great idea, Marty Jannetty. You do that, and guess what? We're gonna have a lot of stories to tell. And the first episode of the Party with Marty, or Life According to Marty, whatever you want to call it, we're gonna be focusing on the barber shop, and Marty's gonna be breaking it down for us.
Yes, sir. And we'll get beefcake in on it.
That's
come on tomorrow night.
Now, we'll get into it, Marty. But I'm gonna let you go, brother. Appreciate you coming on. It's been fun.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, and thank you your people for listening. And I wish y'all all well.
Yes, sir, man.
Brother.
Sorry for talking about cookies.
That's all right. No, it's all right. Everybody here likes cookies. And so do you. Keep it up.
Well, and the poo-poo on my damn llama hair carpet. I couldn't even do. You can't run a vacuum cleaner over it.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. You're gonna break the vacuum cleaner. You're better off getting some paper towels. You'll be all right.
And smear. Then you smear the shit even further around.
Or you know what? You can have her eat it off. How about that?
No, you know why? Because when it fell out her ass, it was like mud. It wasn't like it was.
All right, Marty. I think we've gone too far. All right, Mr. Jannetty. Have a good night, sir.
All right, love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Everybody.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Well, good God. That was
well, everybody, that was the sneak preview of Party with Marty.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a sneak preview. It wasn't. We didn't really.
It felt like a preview. We're an hour 38 into it.
So we like, obviously me and Marty are
got real tight.
We got a good connection.
Got real tight.
We got a good connection.
A lot of fun stories, a lot of comedy, a lot of grossing stories.
And when we get the show going, Jay, you'll be able to come in on a couple episodes. He's going to meet you eventually. I'll bring you in as a guest host. We're going to have fun.
Guy. Surely it was fun. It was fun.
Jay, they might be talking about you on the Jim Cornette show one day.
They might. They might be like, who is this guy?
Can you believe what Jay said on the Party with Marty podcast? But good luck to you, because you're going to have competition. I don't think anybody's going to top what Marty's spitting out.
I don't think anybody was ready for that Ric Flair stealing groupie question. How about that?
That was a good question. Now, you always come out with the good questions. You got the fire questions and questions that he actually wants to answer.
Yeah, got him started.
Yeah, man. We definitely got him started. He's hyped up right now, man. A lot of crazy stories. But real quick, Jay, why don't we just bang out NXT since
Yeah,
we're
let's
here?
bang it out. Where
And
were we?
all right,
Where
what
were
did you
we?
think of Corbin?
Look at my notes here. Where were we? Where?
Right now we're on Corbin, so I'm gonna go
All
to
right.
you every time, and then I'll just.
Well, I thought it was Dumb and Dumber. I mean, we've been waiting last week to see what Corbin was going to come out in Nicole or Blair Witch, and we see Corbin. So I see Dumb and Dumber. Hopefully, this is going to lead to something good. But I don't know, Savage. I'm getting a little concerned. I'm getting a little worried. I don't really think they have a plan for him. I don't really think they have a gimmick for him.
I don't think there is a gimmick. I think he said it out loud. He said he's gonna be himself. You guys can talk all the shit you want. I'm just gonna be me. That's simple. Gigi Dolan.
I have a story behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you're Baron Corbin. What? The badass, the revengeful.
He's just Baron
the
Corbin,
leader,
dude.
like,
He's just Baron Corbin. He's just Baron Corbin.
not gonna work. Not gonna work.
It's just whatever. All right, how about this match? Did you care about this match? I'll say this: Gigi Dolan, she does do one thing perfect. All right, I love her ring attire, and I love the way she walks to the ring. She just needs to work on everything else now.
I think she needs to work on everything from wrestling to theme music to everything. It's not working. I've been saying this for the longest. Ever since she split, it has not worked. Let me tell you who was impressive. Let me tell you.
Booker T just giving Roxanne some advice. We're getting to that later.
Yeah, we'll give it. These two are the same age, 26 years old. One debuted in 2021 and is outshining the other one that debuted in 2014. I mean, the proof is right there. Kiana James is on another level. I thought she carried the match for Gigi, but I will say this about your girl. This was one of her better matches that I have seen probably in like the last 6 months, but I'm still not impressed with her.
It was definitely a better match, and I kind of liked the scrappiness of it. Like, it felt like it was a little like chaotic at times. Like they didn't know exactly what they were going to do, and they were scrapping for position.
I thought this screenshot right here, I thought the finish was stupid, but it must lead to the rematch, I guess.
They're tied up now, so we're definitely going to get the rematch. Now, you want to talk about stupid? All right. This was stupid. This interview was stupid. Their promo was stupid, and we'll get into the match in a moment. Diamond Mine, we don't really know if it's officially dead or not yet because she does take down the banner, but yet she's still wearing the shirt, Jay. The shirt says Diamond Mine too, so maybe she's relocating. I'll just ask you a quick question. Yes or no? Would you have interest in seeing Ivy Nile lead her own faction of Diamond Mine?
No, but I'd be
new
interested
members.
in her having a singles run.
Okay, so no Diamond Mine. Noam Dar, he says, I know the world was distraught because he canceled the Supernova sessions last week. He's sorry to Eddie Thorpe, but he's still very emotional. Eddie Thorpe over here, Jay, doesn't know where he's from, what his nationality is, and apparently it bothers him.
Look,
but here's metaphor.
I really don't know. I don't want to be racist, but is he Native American? Is he Latino? Is he a DJ? Is he a speed racer? I need to know, people. Please tell me, because I was lost in this.
Well, basically, he's making fun of them. They try to give him a gift, because Noam Dar is out of it. They give him an 8x10 signed by Noam Dar. He goes ahead and disrespects Noam Dar, rips it up. Eddie Thorpe's a piece of shit. I don't like him. I don't like his attitude. You know what? I think he has something coming his way.
Forget about that. Let's talk about that screenshot with Mensa over there. How rough was he on the mic tonight?
Oh, absolutely.
You a single word he said.
It's hard to even listen to it, let alone try to comprehend it. But, it is what it is. Axiom now in the ring with Scripps, probably the worst tag team in the history of WWE. And they're about to take on, Bronco Nima and Pierce Price over here might be the worst tag team of all time. And they're greener than green. In my opinion, they had no business in the ring. You could see that this kid was completely lost, had absolutely no chance of keeping up with an Axiom. And then Axiom just has to take control of the match because that kid's lost. And Axiom just has to go back to basic arm bars every 2 seconds because this kid probably doesn't know anything else. And then all this crap just for Scripps to knock Axiom in the back of the head and then turn on him. And then the commentary gives the excuse that, Scripps said that he came from the hood, right? He came from the hood. These are his friends from the hood. And look at that finish. What is a big boot to a stomp almost? And it looked horrible. Jay, what did you think about the match in the debut?
First of all, I wrote notes on this. This is what I wrote. Prince hit the massive clothesline followed by the worst knee strike I have ever seen because it wasn't a knee strike. It wasn't even a hit. It was the biggest botch ever because it never even touched the person at all. I felt bad for Axiom. I don't know why he's booked into all this. I understand Scripps and Prince and this fake crime time, as Gianna calls it. They did a documentary about Scripps, how he was a former gangbanger in the Crips. So this kind of makes sense pairing them into them. Will this change him? Hopefully for the best, but I was unimpressed with this tag team. They were impressive in Level Up. I don't know what happened here.
Oh, man. Do you think, Jay, that I should share this podcast later on with a couple of different groups?
I think you have a bunch of shorts to keep you busy for the rest of the night, and you're going to get a lot of clicks and views. And I'm telling you, brother, there's so much gold here. I don't even know what to say. I'm just lucky to be a part of it.
And we're just getting started. Just getting started. All right, so basically, Jay thought it was crap. I thought it was crap. WrestleMania is coming to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jay, are you going to try to get tickets to that?
I don't even know if I could even get a ticket to this.
No, we're gonna have. It's gonna have to be a StubHub kind of situation at some point this year.
So double the price.
Well, I wouldn't say double the price, but probably $50 above market. Like, if you want a 2-day pass, $400.
$150.
Yeah, well, good luck. Tony D'Angelo has his homecoming coming up next, and we're going to get into that right now. He comes out. Channing Stacks Lorenzo's there with the whole Tony D'Angelo family, and they're ready to welcome the Don back to NXT. He does get a big pop. People are happy to see him. They welcome him back. And then, of course, Gallus has to come out. They go ahead and explain the whole situation that, these guys had talked 2 months beforehand, Stacks and Tony D, and that they planned all this out like meticulously. Gallus comes out. They're really upset. Bottom line is this. Tony D and Stacks went over tonight looking strong, putting Gallus through a table, beating them up with pipes, and then holding their tag team titles over their heads. So, Jay, do you think Tony D's about to have gold at American Bash?
I'm happy to see Tony D, but I thought this segment was a complete waste. I give props to Tony D for even just having a serious face and saying all the comedy stuff he said tonight. Just pretty much, I've been saying about these UK wrestlers. They come to NXT, they cut these prick promos, and you can't understand a word. I didn't understand Coffee. I didn't understand the other guy. And that other fat dude, I didn't understand him either. I don't understand them. I think Gallus has been the best tag team in NXT UK to the worst in NXT. It's not working. So let Tony D and Stacks take the belts off.
I don't agree that they're the worst tag team, but I understand what you mean by you can't. I get that. I get that.
I didn't understand a word they said.
Listen, I want to get through NXT, so I'm not arguing with you. I get it, man. But I agree. Tony D and Stacks are going to win the gold. We see Carmelo here. I don't even know what this is about, Jay. Go ahead. 30 seconds you got.
It's just basically a filler. I don't know why you have the hottest babyface in Carmelo Hayes and the mouth talker, Trick Williams, battling a bunch of scrubs that makes no sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I think this is just a filler for next week.
Okay, we have Thea Hale with Duke Hudson. She's going to take on Elektra Lopez and Lola, who cut a promo before the match. And guess what? Lola's really good on the mic. Very comfortable. I mean, I guess you can't say it's
former
the mic.
MMA fighter, by the way.
She's good, man. She's good. I think she has a big future.
She's a badass.
Elektra Lopez out here tapping out the Thea Hale, and look how big Elektra Lopez's arm is there. It's crazy, She did the job for Thea Hale. Thea Hale then gets basically interrupted by Tiffany Stratton, who comes out calling her a loser, saying that I already beat you, and since I already beat you, we can have another match because I'll just beat you again. Thea Hale wants it to be a submission match. Tiffany's like, you're not as champion. You don't make the stipulations. I do. And then Thea Hale basically makes her tap into submission again, and this time agrees to the stipulation. So we are getting a submission match. Jay, do you think Thea Hale has a chance?
All this, you should hate this too, Savage. This is your girl being embarrassed on TV every single week. I told her she has to be a badass fighter. They make her tap out this and that. Okay, yeah, you can have your match. It's not working. I told you I need to see some aggressive for Stratton. I'm not seeing. Happy for Thea Hill to get her shine, but let's face it, they just buried Elektra Lopez on TV and made her lose in less than 3 minutes. That's bad. That's very concerning. This is the second wrestler they did this. Last night they did it to someone named Nikki Cross. Tonight they do it to Elektra Lopez. I didn't like that. I didn't really like Tiffany Stratton. This she came out weak to me. I told you.
No, I get it, man. Listen, I love Tiffany Stratton, and I don't think they're doing her justice right now with all this nonsense. It's like you just made her new champion, but for what? So she can get like disrespected?
Every week?
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm going to share this screen real quick because why the hell not? This is a chat between me and the indie god, Matt Cardona. I sent him the little picture that I made for the interview that's coming soon in August. And yes, that's a little heart that he put at the bottom of it. He loved it, God damn it, and I'm sharing it with you. The interview with Matt Cardona is coming in August. A lot of things are coming to Wrestling with Savage in August and September and October and November. Who knows what's going to happen by December, man? I mean, this shit's going to go.
Party with Marty. That's what
we're about to be at 2 Gs, by the way, Jay. 2,000 subscribers. Very soon.
Started from 1.
Started from 0, actually. Somebody was the one. And after everything that happens the rest of the year, it's going to be like a snowball, man. Wait till next December. I'm confident next December, there's a good chance we're going to have 10,000. 10,000. Because all it takes is one episode of Party to Marty.
I think
Party with Marty. And they blasted on Jim Cornette. And they say, have you heard this Party with Marty? Marty Jannetty's on there. He's talking with this guy, Savage. Done.
We already got it.
Done.
Right here. This is it. This is the preview.
A lot's happening to Wrestling with Savage, man. But a lot's happening to Tony D. My man's getting in the spotlight. He looked good over Gallus tonight. He's back on NXT. And he's standing next to one of the most formidable factions in the world of wrestling, Judgment Day. So they're dropping the seeds there. Rhea Ripley is going to basically call out Valkyria, saying, hey, I went to bat for you. You lost? You got to show me something, girl. You better show me something. Gable Stevenson let us know next week he's going to decide his future. I guess we'll have to wait till next week to see what he's going to do.
I like that, Lara, because let's face it, a baby face and a heel's basically promoting a baby face. We don't see that.
Yeah,
I told you, she is definitely big time. That's big baby face. Definitely.
Yeah. I agree with you. They like her. They're
really
pushing her. Here's Oro Mensah. He's about to have his match with Eddie Thorpe. Eddie Thorpe is going to make quick work of him. Do you even want to talk about that match? I hated that match.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's Latino. I don't know if he's Native American. I don't know if he's a DJ.
Gianna says he's Jewish descent.
I will say this. I don't really think Thorpe took a loss tonight. Even though I think he's being too much protective because we've been seeing him on TV lately. So I think some people like him back there.
What did you think about Dana Brooke and whatever her name is? I already forgot it.
This was probably the worst thing I saw tonight.
Worst thing ever. All right. How about this interview with Roxanne and Blair Davenport? I was a little impressed with Blair Davenport, but not with Roxanne Perez. So take it away, Jay.
Listen, I was very impressed with Roxanne Perez. Savage, a.k.a. Dijak, is a hater. Don't listen to him. I was very impressed with Roxanne Perez. This is why she was the face of the company at one point before they thought she was injury prone and fragile. I get it. I thought Blair Davenport shined tonight. I mean, she said, I don't think you could come. What's coming to you? I don't believe you. You should go home. She said this roster is full of grown women. You're just a little kid. I left your lifeless body on the 4th of July. I loved everything Blair Davenport saying. I think she's the number one top heel, even though she's not marked it. I think she should be. I think Perez is the perfect person to work. If this is Perez farewell, I would let her take the W and let her move up to the main roster because I think it's time. I don't think she has to prove anything. I liked all this. I didn't get the part why she walked away, but wait, she wants to prove she's a badass. I thought that came a little weak to her. But this was really good on both sides.
Okay, you were happy with it, and
I was very happy.
It wasn't bad. But now we're getting to our main event: Wesley taking on Dom Mysterio, Rhea Ripley ringside. And honestly, I didn't know what to expect from this because Judgment Day's been booked so strong lately. It's like hard to say it's hard to see them even losing a match, right? So I didn't know where they were really going to go with this, and they did a good job of keeping it exciting, keeping it short, and getting the right person over here. And Dom was the right choice here. Dom went on to beat Wesley for the NXT North American Championship, further enhancing Judgment Day's place in the world of professional wrestling. Now, 50% of Judgment Day is carrying gold, and this does a lot of good things. You're bringing the NXT title now onto Monday Night Raw. You're bringing the NXT title onto SmackDown. You're promoting SmackDown. You're going to bring more eyeballs to SmackDown. This is nothing but good for SmackDown. And then storytelling-wise, this now makes the match between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins that much more interesting. Because if Dom can go to NXT and win a title, why can't Finn beat Seth? It makes that match that much more believable that now Finn can really beat Seth Rollins. And Damian Priest, at any time, can cash in and get his title of his choice, whether it be the World Championship or the United States Championship or the Intercontinental Championship. Who knows? Maybe the NXT World Championship. We don't know where they're going with this, and that's why it's good shit. I would even go farther to say that right now the Bloodline storyline is not, to me, I feel like the Judgment Day storyline's a little more interesting now than the Bloodline story, especially after tonight. They're spreading their wings. They're getting more gold. It makes it exciting. And I have a prediction, Jay, and then I'm going to let you go off and close us out for the night. What if LA Knight goes on to beat Austin Theory for the United States Championship, right? Yeah! He's hot, right? Babyface, right? Everybody loves him. What would piss everybody off more than if Damian Priest comes out the moment LA Knight beats Austin Theory, cashes in on LA Knight, stomps out his run before it even starts, and basically the reason is because he's like, I never represented the United States title the way I wanted to my first run. I think it's time I bring it to the Judgment Day.
Yeah,
How much heat would he get?
It's a good dream, but I don't see it happening because if you do that, you're basically cutting off your future in Austin Theory. I mean, you made him into this great U.S. champion, and then you're not going to give him a rematch or have him fight another program. I don't think that would be. I think that would be a bad idea. Good dream, but I don't think it. I think it will just bury the other. As for this, the match was. Let's face it, it didn't really do nothing for me. I thought Wesley was way more impressive. I mean, he was carrying the whole match. He was leading the match. You saw him call spots. I thought that move he did on the top rope with that somersault twist was good. But let's face it, I had to do research on this, Savage. Do you know that anyone in the main roster that has come down to NXT, no matter what year it was, has not lost a match? So I was very surprised that Dom got the victory. I can't believe they pulled the trigger, but it makes sense because let's face it, nobody's interested in Wesley versus Ali. But what does that say about Dom feeling about Ali? And what does that say about this? Like, Dom, winning all the belts, all the gold. I just thought, I was very shocked. I didn't think they would do it, but they did. And you know what? It gives them more publicity for his Great American Badge. Dominic Mysterio is going to fight blah, 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 or Ali, or whatever. It would definitely get a lot of new eyeballs on the product. It might even raise a little views. So
100%. It's going to increase the ratings, and then it's going to just make that North American Championship meaningful, bro, because it's coming on Raw now. It's not just coming on NXT.
And a lot of people hate Dom, and they would love to see who the hell he's going to face or who's going to kick his ass.
And not just that, who's going to kick his ass? That's going to be the storyline. Who's going to be the guy to end the reign of Dom, Dirty Dom? It's going to be good storytelling.
It just wasn't a good match for me because Wesley has so many.
It didn't need to be a good match because the story.
Wesley still had bangers, like bangers.
Oh, we know that. But listen, the ending worked to Wesley's advantage because he still looked strong because it took the whole Judgment Day to get involved to make it happen. So he's still protected. But real quick, before we end the show, we might as well just do this, okay? Like I said, I've been telling people, Matt Cardona will be on this show coming soon in August. We'll set a date. David LaGreca might be on this show in September if he accepts my call out. We have the Black Dahlia coming up at the Wrestling Universe August 19th, and again at Wrestle Bash 2, and she will be next to KC Navarro. She will be next to Haku. That table is going to be stacked. You're not going to want to miss it. Hit me up with an email or a DM for the Ultra Combo price. I'll take real good care of you. And then don't forget, we have Jimmy Hart at Legends Fan Fest, September 16th, 2023. Make sure you go follow my sponsor, Cri Text. hit up his new album, Justified Homicides. It's less controversial than Marty Jannetty. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, you just kind of watched the special preview show of Party with Marty. I hope you enjoyed it. Me and Marty will come back. We got to get his equipment set up. We got to get his studio set up just in time for Dark Side of the Ring. And I promise you, the Party with Marty is going to be lit. Literally, probably every week. And we're going to be dropping knowledge, dropping gold. Wrestling with Savage sponsors Outlaw Wrestling. I'll let you know when the next event comes up. But meantime, go sign up to Premier Streaming Network so you can watch The Edge of Greatness. Check out this trailer. And then I got some big news. I can't wait to tell you, Jay. I'm excited.
Wrestling fans, Battlefield Pro Wrestling is back on Premier Streaming Network and live in Broadheadsville July 30th with Edge of Greatness. Come see KC Navarro take on the indie god Matt Cardona in a street fight. In addition, the East Coast ace Jordan Oliver debuts to take on Encore Moore. And last, we determined BPW Tag Team Champions in a gauntlet. All this July 30th live!
Yeah, July 30th. Edge.
So that they basically got Nick Wayne's tag team partner, Jordan Oliver.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome, man. Edge of Greatness. I'm super excited to be there. And the reason I'm excited, Jay, is because I've been waiting for my break for a while now. And at Edge of Greatness, my break is happening. I'm going to be doing 8 interviews from 12 to 3 that are all going to be ready and displayed on pay-per-view throughout the show. And then at the end of the night, I'll be doing a live interview with the first ever BPW Tag Team Champions of the world right after the gauntlet. I'm not going to pick anybody to win. I don't want to, do any picks. I don't want to be biased.
Too early.
It's too early for that. And plus, I got to go in this professional as an interviewer. And, I got to be unbiased. And
we're still hangover from the Party with Marty. So give us
but I'm just super hyped, man, because I've been trying to pay my dues. And I feel like I have, and little by little, the gains are real, and I'm happy and proud of them, and happy and proud of you.
You heard it from Marty and what he thought about you. So it'd be great to have Marty on the show. Maybe tomorrow he could get his laptop working. But you heard great things, so hey, kudos, man.
We'll figure it out. I want to get him set up though. We got, like you said, you got to see his face while he's talking, man. It's priceless. We got to
be mine.
He's got to see you. He's got to see the people we bring on here. We'll get it popping. We'll get it working. But everybody, we'll be back. Jay, you watching AEW tomorrow?
Of course. I love to make fun of it.
I'm going to be at Collision on Saturday, right?
Can you get a refund?
Nah, I'm trying to meet up with Ricky Starks backstage.
Try to sell it on eBay or some kid.
Listen, on Saturday I might meet Tony Khan. So,
but if you don't, you lose the refund.
Hopefully Tony Khan wasn't watching the Party with Marty tonight.
Hey, I was quiet as much as I can. I was just laughing at the funny stuff.
Oh, he killed me with that Vince story. Jesus.
He killed me with the groupies.
And the groupies, yeah. Now, Marty Jannetty's a blast, man. I can't wait to do the podcast with him. All right, guys. Tomorrow night, AEW will be here live, Wrestling with Savage. Everybody have a good night. Peace out.
Night, y'all.